Okay guys, so in today's video, I'm going to take one of those hearts from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to cover it using that tile there. And I'm just going to trace it out and then just hot glue it onto the wooden heart. I used the hot glue because I thought it would be a little bit more secure and it would hold up a little bit better. I've never used any of these tiles before, guys, but it was pretty easy and it was really easy to cut. So just letting you know, if you haven't used any of these tiles before, it's pretty easy to work with and they cut very, very easy. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm just going to hot glue it onto that little wooden heart there. Just going to get it all lined up. There we go. So I got some of that paint from, it's called a Crafter's Collection. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's only 49 cents for that paint there. So it's a really good deal and it covers very well. The one thing I will tell you is that in my experience, it's a little on the thick side. So you can water it down a little bit and that helps it spread on a little easier, just putting that out there for you. So I did put on 2 coats of it and now I'm just using the blow dryer to just speed up the drying process. But I have an idea for you. You could just leave it like this. You could do 2 or 3 of them. And then you could just put a little hanger on the back and you could hang like 2 or 3 of them on a wall. And that would be really pretty wall decor. Just wanted to put that out there for you. And you know, if you had it like a cream color or maybe blue or even a soft pink, whatever you are decorating with, that would be really pretty. You could easily turn this into wall decor. So I'm going to take some of this wax and I'm going to age it up a little bit, but look what I did. That is not how you want to do it. I was not thinking, and I put the wax onto my project like paint. And then I said, oh, what did I just do? So that's okay. I just kept going with it. In the future, I will be dry brushing the antiquing wax onto this project. I will not be pouring it onto my project. But that's okay. I just got the damp washcloth and I just dabbed it and I just wiped it and it turned out fine. But yeah, in the future, guys, do not pour your antiquing wax onto your projects. We live and learn. It's okay. I was a little distracted and I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. And I said, I just poured this on like paint. But there you go. With a little bit of elbow grease, it all turned out just fine. But back to my original thought, you could do 2 or 3 of these and make a little hanger, like a little wall hanger, and hang them on the wall just for some pretty wall decor. I'm actually thinking about doing that because I really like those tiles. Those tiles really do turn out pretty and I love the design and the embossment on those tiles from Dollar Tree. So as you can see, some of the gray is coming through and that's okay. This is my first time using these wall tiles, but it turns out great. It just gives it a little bit more of an aged look. So all I'm doing now is I'm just taking some gold metallic paint and I'm just dry brushing all over the heart. And then I'm going to take a little bit more onto my brush and just dab on certain places where I want a little bit more gold to show up. And it turns out great. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And how pretty is that, guys? I could just leave it like that, but I'm not going to. It's going to hang on my front door. So I'm just taking some of that burlap ribbon. Now that is from Hobby Lobby, and I did get it when it was half off. So it's $6.99 for a large roll of it, and then I got it half off. So that worked out very well. So I'm just going to use some regular hot glue, and I'm just going to hot glue it down. And I hope that you guys don't pay too close attention to my poor hands in this video. I am really battling some dry skin on my hands in this very dry winter weather. We did get a humidifier because both my husband and I, our hands are just drying out so badly. So it's just one of the joys of winter. So I have it all hot glued on there. And I just wanted to add that burlap for just a touch of rustic because I like to mix rustic with shabby chic. So I'm just taking another one of those hearts. Now I've used those hearts in a couple of videos, a couple of craft projects so far. So I'm just going to use another one, and I'm just going to decoupage that little blue scrapbook paper. Now that's just some scrapbook paper that I have from a little scrapbook of paper that I got from Hobby Lobby as well. You guys have seen it in a couple of crafts so far, a couple of craft videos. So I just decided that one of the blue sheets would be really pretty. So I just decoupaged it onto the heart. And now I'm just going to use that sanding block to just make the paper flush with the heart. And there we go. And I just thought that that blue would be so pretty. I just got to tidy up a little bit. I have to craft when it's all nice and clean, guys. I don't like to continue on until I clean up. I have to clean up and tidy all the time. It just keeps everything kosher in my opinion. So I just hot glued it on there, and I just thought that the blue with the brown of the burlap and the gold and the cream, I just thought they all went so pretty together. So I just wanted to put them together, you know, just in case you're not doing red and pink. You know, you can still make a nice Valentine's Day decor. It doesn't have to be red and pink all the time. So that is just a little wedding favor that my daughter had gotten from a wedding she had gone to. There were a couple of left on the table, so she brought them home to me. And she was like, "Mom, I got you some wedding favors to craft with." So I was like, "Oh, thank you." So my kids always bring me little things, and because they know I'll craft with it. So I have it hot glued onto our little blue heart there. I had to add a little bit of hot glue after this, but that's okay. It's all nice and secure now. And then I just added a little bit more gold paint. But I think that looks so pretty, guys, just the way that it is. But I do want to add some ribbon to it because I love adding, when you see the pictures of the projects that have all the different kinds of ribbon and they're all like tied together like a little knot and they're hanging down. I just think that it's so pretty and just so elegant. So I had some ribbon, but it was a little thick and I wanted to have thinner cuts of ribbon. So all I did was I just cut my ribbon down vertically, just like that. And I don't mind if it's a little, you know, shredded on the side, or if some of it's looking a little ratty. I'm doing a nice little shabby chic type of project, so that works out just fine. So that is what I'm cutting right there. That was the handle from a tote bag that I had. It had gotten a hole in it because I had used it for so many years. So I just kept the handle because I thought that I could use it as ribbon at some point, and so that's what I'm doing. But it was really thick, so I'm just cutting it down vertically just like I did with the other two. And so now I'm just going to take all of it and I'm just going to tie it together with some twine. The only thing that I wish I did have for this project was I wish I had some lace ribbon, but I did not have any, and there was a lot of snow on the ground at this point. We had gotten 6 inches of snow, and I do have a four-wheel drive, but I try not to drive out in the snow unless I absolutely have to. Especially when it's still coming down, and especially, when the snow plows are trying to get it under control. I try not to be on the road unless I absolutely have to be, just to, stay out of the way and let the snow plows do their job. And it's just safer that way. So I'm just taking the twine that I cut and I'm just going to tie it. And that's just going to tie them all together. But I still think it looks really pretty without the lace. The lace would have just been a little extra something, but that's okay. So I'm just going to hot glue it on now. I'm going to hot glue it onto the bottom of the heart there. And so I'm going to take the other pieces that we cut, and I'm just going to make a nice little hanger for them all to be tied together, and then we're going to hot glue it to the back of our heart. And that's how we're going to hang this. But I really think these colors are just so pretty together, guys. It's like a powder blue and cream. And then the velvet ribbon is like it's like a golden chartreuse. It's really pretty. I really love that color. I'm just going to cut off the excess. But if you guys don't like these colors, that's totally fine. You could always change up the colors of the ribbon and the scrapbook paper that we use to, whatever colors that you prefer, that you're decorating with. I chose these colors because I really liked that blue and I really liked that golden chartreuse velvet ribbon there. So that's why I went with these colors. And it's also what I had on hand. And so I'm trying not to go out and buy too much, just because I have so much left over from Christmas. Lots of ribbon left over from Christmas. I just don't want to go out and just keep buying and buying and buying when I already have so much available. So that was my goal here. So I just used the existing holes and I just hot glued it on there just like that. I just took a little piece of ribbon, just like you see there, guys, and I'm just reinforcing it onto our little heart just by putting another little piece of ribbon and hot gluing it, and that's just going to reinforce our little hanger. So the back looks all nice and neat, and the front looks so pretty. I love this. So one more thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make a couple little loops for just a little bit of a bow, and also it's going to camouflage the little knot that we have there. With a little bit of the glue, we're just gonna put it together just like that, and then we're just gonna tie it off in the middle with some twine, and it's gonna be this cute little rustic little bow. I love how all the ribbon is just all, it looks so shabby and shaggy, and I love that. I think it looks so pretty. So just hot glued it on there just like that, guys. And that is how it looks on the front door. I think that turned out so pretty. You can see the gold in the paint. You can see the cute little ribbon. Oh my goodness, I love this. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of glue showing, but that's okay. I had a little oversight there. I'm not paying attention to it. It's all right. But I still think it turned out really pretty, and I love those colors. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope that you like this project. I hope I gave you some good ideas. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I will see you later.